What's up, guys? My name is Khan and we're back today in Scrap Mechanic, and I was actually about to record a different video, but then I noticed that the devs came out with an announcement and they were saying they have a new test branch, and this test branch is pretty exciting. Of course, there's always the bug fixes that they always do, but they actually added, as part of the terrain editor, the new and awesome tile builder. So they've finalized the terrain editor, they've given us the tile builder, which means now we can create our own tile pieces. So if we click the tile builder, we come in here, we get a nice blank screen, and then we can go, of course, file, new, pick our size of tile. So we're just gonna look at a small tile for now, and of course it gives us this tile. So there is a help menu. The controls are a little bit weird, but they have a help menu which you know, tells you all the controls for all the different things. So that's kind of nice if you are confused. But it is in the test branch, so you do have to go into your Steam library and right click on the game, go to properties, and enable the test branch under betas. And it allows you to do all sorts of stuff. So the cool thing is that we have all the assets here, all the objects. We can change the terrain height as well, and so we can just, you know, let's say we want to adjust it. We can take a big brush here that's a little bit large, and, you know, we can just, you know, warp the terrain, put some hills, do whatever we want. Nice little mountain here. We can flatten it back out on top there if we wanted to make it, or we can smooth it all out. You know, it just gives us lots and lots of options for what we can do with the terrain here. And then we can, you know, let's add some stuff to the terrain. So we've got literally every object in the game. There was, I believe, Ike made some terrain mods where you could spawn rocks in and stuff like that. I mean, you don't really need that anymore, because now if you want to mod terrain, you can just, you know, do stuff like this. We can place a rock here. We can even rotate any object in any of the angles and position it however we want. So it's kind of cool. You can also do stuff that, you know, defies the laws of physics. For example, we can have a launch pad above the ground, and I believe we can move this up. Can we move this up position? I think we can just like literally change these numbers. So we can just, okay, that's that coordinate. What's the Z? Probably the Z, right? Yeah, so we can literally just like be like, oh, now we have a launch pad 100 up in the air, and this is our tile, and it is completely okay with that. So you can do all sorts of crazy stuff, which is really, really kind of cool. We can, you know, we can add one of these. Look at that. That is phenomenal. That is a great launch pad. Perfect. Nothing is wrong with that. And then we can, you know, place some corn. Need lots of corn. Let's just put more corn down. Everybody likes corn, right? I don't even know what this is. Just corn. Let's put, you know, let's put a row of corn. Can we put a row of corn? Let's put a row of corn. And so I'm obviously very terrible at making stuff, but, you know, we could make, we could make like a secret fortress of rock. That's kind of cool. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. So I know a lot of people, you know, talking about making cave bases and stuff like that. Well, now you can completely customize it however you want. And on top of that, we can, you know, let's make this rock blue, right? We can change any asset. Oh, we got a dude here. What? Why is there a dude here? Okay, I guess just for scale. But regardless, we can literally take any asset we want, and okay. I press space and it adds a dude. It's got to be just for scale. But we can take any asset and we can just color the asset. So we can just go like this, and I don't remember what button I pressed. What button did I press? Hello? Do I press? Oh, there we go. See, it brings up the thing. Properties yellow. Let's make this rock pink. Nice bright pink color. Can I color the corn? But you're supposed to be able to paint the ground too. I don't know why I can't. Hold on. Ground color. Why am I not able to paint the ground here? Help. The brush window lets you set the strength of your brush as well as the size and fall off. The color window lets you select the color you want to paint the terrain with. No, I'm doing that. Color. Oh, I see. It didn't. Weird. Ooh, that looks gross. Can we just brighten? There we go. That magical. So we can paint the ground. We could have a nice, you know, pink alien planet. Look at this. This is amazing. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. So you could literally make an entire terrain piece with, you know, pink terrain if you wanted to. We could draw stuff in the terrain, which is kind of cool. We can add all the grass and all the different grass features. I don't know what this is. Green leaf, foliage, sure. You know, whatever. Do all sorts of cool stuff. So it's kind of an awesome little tool that really allows us to customize whatever we want. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. What kind of terrain pieces you want to see, what kind of things you think we should do with this. Obviously, on the extra large tile, you can see here, it takes us a lot longer to move. You can't really tell how big it is until we start putting objects down. But obviously with this extra large tile, we could make things like custom race courses, custom jumps. We can angle them however we want. Look at the amount of stuff that they put on an existing tile. It's really quite impressive. You know, and this one's a very simple tile. They've got all these pipe pieces, the individual pieces of foliage, and I'm not gonna save this because I don't want to change them. But they really, the Scrap Mechanic devs, like, you know, when you look at any of these tiles, it's really quite impressive. How much work goes into one of these tiles when you actually start looking at the tile builder. And I'm not sure if they use the same kind of tile builder that we have, but even stuff like this, you can see all the individual rocks. Just really, really well done. And that's a cave that I never knew about. Huh. Well, that's cool. But anyways, it's a really, really cool tool. And of course, because it's such a cool tool, I decided to make my own tile. It's an extra large tile. It's quite magical, and it's just really a giant cone of extruded awesomeness. I literally just sat in one spot and I just kept hitting the extrude button until we made the tallest piece of terrain we possibly could. This is just a massive mountain. You can't even see the ground anymore. And then we can save this tile, which we did, and then we come back in here and go into the world builder, and we can create a new world with the WTF tile, which we can just drag in. There we go. Right, and so we could create this, and we could just go boom, like that, create a massive tile, and we can go like boom, and like boop, 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 boop. Okay, I need to, where's the snap thing? Snap thing. Free placement on, there we go. Boom, 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 right? We can do all sorts of crazy stuff. And then we can create a new game, and we can load up our ridiculous world, and we can call this test. This is the one thing you do have to look out for, which happens if you create a tile that's too big. Now we're stuck in an infinite loop. So the game is spawning us in the middle of the map, which happens to be under a mountain. And what it's actually doing is it keeps trying to spawn us on top of the mountain, but the top of the mountain is actually outside of the skybox. So there's literally nothing we can do. We can sit here all day, and I think eventually we'll just have to, you know, kill our way out of the game. Let's create a new world here. Okay, so we're gonna put this just in the corner. Put this piece right here in the corner. That way we'll spawn in the middle here. Sounds good. We'll save this as ridiculous again. Ridiculous. And we'll go back to the main menu, and now we'll see just how tall this really is. It's, oh, okay, yeah, no test, thank you. It is kind of interesting when you spawn big objects like this and create custom tiles. You're playing, you know, I'm not playing the game right now. So look at that, you can see it's not actually rounded. I just think our vision is just not long enough to see it. It actually looks quite ridiculously awesome. I mean, we could change it, but let's just create a wall riding vehicle here. What do we got for wall ride? We got a wall ride back. I think that's supposed to be bike, but it's a back. And the Con Wall Ride 2.0. You know, let's spawn in the Wall Ride back. It looks like a good vehicle. It's solid. And let's go. Oh, okay. Let's just keep those. Yeah, let's keep those on. And what the? You guys seeing? Look at that particle pit. What? Look. What? What? Why? What? What happened to the particles? I don't know. Maybe they're trying to fix the particle lag. Anyways, let's go up here. This is a little bit ridiculous. And we can just go up this. Now, it isn't a, you know, it isn't a straight vertical surface. It is a slight slope. But we'll see how high up we can get here. This is actually insanely awesome. But I'm pretty sure we're just going to hit the skybox. And your tile pieces can go through the skybox, which is kind of something I'd like to see them add to the game. I think you should be able to still build your pieces through the skybox if you want. But it would be nice to be able to see in the editor where the skybox actually is, because you can see there we're not even close to the top, and we're at the skybox now. So obviously, yeah, like we can't go any further. So it'd be nice to see that in the editor to see, okay, here's the line of the skybox, so you know exactly. Like, I mean, I was extruding this for a good like 5 minutes, and I have, you know, I obviously went way too far. Would be nice to see, but the cool thing is, and this is really my favorite thing, we can make really long and really large hill climbs. So I do kind of want to make a hill climb course. I think it would be really cool to have like a really well done hill climb, you know, that allows you to go up a mountain that's very steep with rocks and objects, and you wouldn't use thrusters. You'd have to actually try and, you know, make your way up. And, oh, we're going to tumble here. Oh, boy. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below what kind of pieces you'd like to see. I'm going to obviously make a few custom race courses. I think that would be a really good thing to do. We were talking about, you know, the possibilities for multiplayer Monday. Obviously, with the terrain editor, there's a lot more possibilities, a lot more options, and a lot more cool things we could try and do. But anyways, guys, of course, let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, I'm very, very curious to see what ideas you guys have. You know, I'm not very creative. I don't really have a lot of good ideas for what to do in the terrain editor. I really saw it, and the first thing I thought of was just custom race courses, obviously. But I'm sure you guys have a lot more ideas than I do. So make sure you guys hit up that comment section down below. Make sure, you know, if you guys are interested in using the test branch, you can go into the properties in Steam if you do own the game, and you can just enable it there. And it is a lot of fun, I will admit, to build a few custom tile pieces. I have been playing around just with a little bit of things, you know, trying to make some jumps and stuff. I haven't really saved anything because everything I've made so far has been just about as terrible as this. But of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And while you're at it, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next time.